Although she is yet to be seen in the series, Julie Pierce is more important of a character than you may think. And yes, while the next Karate Kid is the weakest of the franchise as far as the original movies, it's similar to the Karate Kid 3, the other weakest of the original films, that it does have its good moments. The writers have confirmed previously that the film is canon to the Miyagi verse that Cobra Kai takes place in, so we can definitely expect to see Julie in the future. This is my character analysis, opinion, and theory of how Julie Pierce paved the way, including next Karate Kid references in Cobra Kai, what character she's similar to, and more. Let's recap on what we know about Julie so far. Sometime after the events of Karate Kid 3 in 1985, most likely 1994, Mr. Miyagi travels to Boston, Massachusetts and attends a ceremony honoring the Japanese-American soldiers who fought in the 442nd. He meets Louisa Pierce, who is a widow of his commanding officer Jack Pierce. Julie is introduced to Mr. Miyagi, though it is evident she is still angry at the death of her parents and has issues with her grandmother. Julie cares for an injured Hawk named Angel at the school and breaks in at night to check up on it, but is almost caught by security. To give Louisa a break, Mr. Miyagi invites her to take care of the garden back in Los Angeles, while he will stay and look after Julie. Julie also has problems with her classmates at school, namely a student named Ned Randall, who is a member of the Alpha Elite led by Colonel da-eun, who operates it with an iron fist and a very similar philosophy to John Kreese's Cobra Kai. The Alpha Elite is a fraternity that enforces the school rules by any means necessary, mostly physical, and Ned constantly harasses Julie, although she wants nothing to do with him. She also meets and befriends Eric McGowan, another member of the Alpha Elite who is not as aggressive and is only in so he can try to get into the Air Force Academy as he helps with his family's financial problems. After jumping into a tiger stance to avoid being hit by a car, Mr. Miyagi reveals to Julie that he taught her grandfather karate as a way of thanks for saving his life, and he in turn taught it to Julie's father, who taught it to Julie when she was very young. When Julie sneaks out to feed Angel once again, she is chased throughout the school and almost remains hidden until Ned discovers her. However, the police show up and she is suspended from school for 2 weeks. After entrusting Eric to take care of Angel, Mr. Miyagi takes Julie to a monastery to help her find balance and to help her with her anger issues. Although she is amazed by Mr. Miyagi's skills when he came to her aid at the gas station, he expresses that fighting is not good and it should be the last answer. When they arrive at the monastery, Mr. Miyagi, with the help of the monks, begins to train Julie in the ways of Miyagi-Do, emphasizing on punches, kicks, and the ability to dodge. Julie also learns an important lesson about respect for all living things from the monks and Mr. Miyagi when she attempts to squash a bug. Julie soon begins to excel at her training, and before they leave the monastery, the monks surprise her with a cake for her birthday. As Julie returns to school, she finds out with Eric that Ned called animal control to take the Hawk. With Mr. Miyagi's help, Julie releases Angel into the wild after learning she can fly. As time passes, Mr. Miyagi teaches Julie how to dance for the prom and plans to attend with Eric. It's evident that she's learned how to keep her negative emotions in check, making Mr. Miyagi proud. The Alpha Elite crash the prom, and when Eric and Julie kiss, Ned smashes Eric's car with a baseball bat, having followed them from the dance. Ned challenges Eric to a fight at the docks, but the Alpha Elite overpowers Eric and sets fire to his car. Julie and Mr. Miyagi show up and she resolves to settle her feud with Ned, and manages to use everything she's learned to overpower him. After da-eun tries to get others to fight Julie, Mr. Miyagi says he will finish the fight with him and soundly beats da-eun. When they walk away, Mr. Miyagi says fighting's not good, but if must fight, win, and gives her a famous Miyagi wink. At this point, it's not clear to what happened to Julie afterwards, though the writers have confirmed that she would have met Daniel at Mr. Miyagi's funeral. First, we need to address why Julie is so important. She is the archetype for characters such as Aisha, Sam, and Tory. Julie is the first woman to not only be taught Miyagi-Do, but also the first to be a main character compared to her counterpart Daniel. This would pave the way for Sam, as she is the second female student to learn Miyagi-Do canonically, although on screen we would first see Aisha practice martial arts in the dojo and during the All Valley tournament. As mentioned in my previous video about her, and to not rattle on too much about the similarities, Tory is definitely the what-if possibility of Julie going down a darker path and joining a rival dojo such as Cobra Kai. Although in Karate Kid Part 2 it is revealed that Sato was the only other non-Miyagi outside of Daniel to be taught Miyagi-Do directly, it is retconned that during World War II, Jack Pierce, Miyagi's commanding officer and Julie's grandfather, was taught karate as a means of thanks for saving his life. What is significant about this is that Julie's grandfather passed it down to his son, who passed it on to Julie, similar to how Miyagi-Do was passed from father to son in their lineage. As of Season 3, Julie is the only other living pupil who was directly taught by Mr. Miyagi outside of Daniel that we know of. Both of these students are also from the East Coast, Daniel being from Newark, New Jersey, and Julie from Boston, Massachusetts. The way she was trained by Mr. Miyagi is special in two ways. She is the only person on screen to directly learn how to punch and kick from Mr. Miyagi. Although Daniel was taught how to punch later on, The emphasis of his training was more for defensive practice and to also learn balance first. Daniel had to teach himself the crane kick, and we do not see Mr. Miyagi teaching him how to kick directly. Mr. Miyagi made the use of her spinning back kick and focused on improving her strength and defense, specifically in improving the kick. The other special way that Mr. Miyagi trained her with is with music and dancing. Julie's grandfather taught Mr. Miyagi how to waltz, and in turn, he passed it on to Julie. This helped her prepare for the dance and also helped with her footwork as he was training her with the karate waltz kata. Julie is certainly the blueprint from some of her modern-day counterparts, which first we will start with Aisha. They are both the first female student trained by Mr. Miyagi and Johnny respectively. They both deal with harassment at school. Both also get payback against this person who has been harassing them by the end of the respective movie/season. In Sam's case, both are the first female Miyagi-Do students. Both are taught karate by their father at a very young age. Both have either their father or father figure as their sensei. They are saved from harassment at different points of their respective movies and seasons. Their father figure is also able to help them through a past trauma, be it the loss of a parent or not giving in to fear. Both are taught a special Miyagi-Do technique. Both are involved in fighting for a significant other at some point, and both learn balance as a key part of their training. Both are also known for using the wax on, wax off means of training taught by Mr. Miyagi, and both are the only women to be trained by Mr. Miyagi directly. Both of their styles of training specifically focused on balance, whether it be physical or emotional. Both are also suspended from school for 2 weeks and go on a date with a significant other and end up kissing them at this date. Lastly, we will briefly recap on our similarities to Tory. And I know I said I wouldn't rattle off, but it is important to mention in this video. Both either lost a parent or both of their parents. They also had prior martial arts training before training under their respective sensei. Both have a sensei that became a father figure to them and looked after them. Both are known for their delinquent behavior. Both have a first meeting with an eventual significant other that doesn't go the greatest. Both are either expelled or face suspension. Both have a similar fashion of crop tops. Their sensei interferes on their behalf in a fight or a confrontation. Julie is known for her emphasis on kicks, much like Tory's prior kickboxing experience and who also has the same technique. Both also go on a date dressed up for that appropriate event. They have a kiss that same night and fought someone else for a significant other from a rival dojo. Last but not least, they are able to overpower their male counterpart and rival. Believe it or not, Cobra Kai has made subtle references to either Julie Pierce or the next Karate Kid in passing. In Season 1, Episode 2, Strike First, Daniel demonstrates to Kyler the unagi and unagi-ba that is used for cutting sashimi and serves the famous LaRusso Ponzu Toro. In the next Karate Kid, when Miyagi is driving Julie to school, one of the food choices that he offers to prepare for her birthday is sashimi. It is possible that this is the same recipe he taught to Daniel later on, especially knowing the fact that all Miyagi were fishermen. In Season 2, Episode 1, Mercy Part 2, when Daniel tries to comfort Sam on her breakup with Miguel, she responds with, "Yeah, but not everyone has an insane karate cult that's brainwashing half the school." Although she is directly referencing Cobra Kai, this could also be applied to the Alpha Elite in Next Karate Kid. The group almost had a cult-like mentality, especially because of its leader Colonel Dugan, and Eric commenting that it was what the school was known for. In Season 2, Episode 2, Back in Black, Daniel makes the comment that it's been a long time since this dojo has had more than one student. Although this could be referring to Sato and Miyagi, I'm inclined to believe that it's referencing Daniel and Julie, as we now have Sam and Robbie, who are both counterparts to their previous predecessors. Not to mention, if he was talking about Sato and Miyagi, I think he would have said it's been X amount of years since Miyagi-Do has had 2 students, or something to that effect. In Season 2, Episode 3, Fire and Ice, when Daniel is trying to explain to the 2 potential new recruits about Miyagi-Do training, they think of it as a scam for them to do his yard work. This is very similar to when Miyagi and Julie are talking while he is waxing the car, as she refuses to learn through the physical labor, though later on finally sees the importance of this in her training. Last but not least, in Season 3, Episode 4, The Right Path, Kumiko talks about her favorite place to visit being London. She mentions that she got to see the Cranberries open for Radiohead and specifically mentions the song Dreams, as she saw this concert in 1995. This song is featured in the next Karate Kid where Julie and Mr. Miyagi are dancing with the monks, not to mention this film's events took place in 1994. The song originally came out in 1993 but was reissued in April 1994, 5 months before the next Karate Kid was released on September 9th, 1994. Here are my final thoughts on Julie and what we could possibly see from her in Cobra Kai. Despite how you feel about the film, Julie was the first female Miyagi-Do student that paved the way for Aisha, Sam, and Tory. Although the film isn't as memorable as Karate Kid 1 and 2, it still has its good moments, and Julie's importance for being the first woman to be taught by Miyagi shook things up in the 90s. Characters like Aisha, Sam, and Tory are very fine-tuned and could have been what Julie was supposed to be in that film. Since we know that she's canon, I find it hard to believe that she won't reappear in a one-off episode, similar to Chosen, Kumiko, and Johnny's friends Bobby, Tommy, and Jimmy. Julie's significance of being the only other living pupil taught directly by Mr. Miyagi definitely is something the writers can use to expand upon. Although there is the rumor that Julie could be Tory's mother, it would really suck to write off Julie in that manner, especially given what we know about her background. Either way, season 4 of Cobra Kai is going to be great, and I can't wait to see what's in store. And as you guys have seen already, we are getting Cobra Kai at the end of this year in 2021 and the last quarter of the year. Before I go, there's one more thing I need to talk about. We talked a lot about Miyagi-Do and its excellent defense, which begs me to ask this question. How good is your connections defense? If you don't have a secure encrypted connection, then there's a chance that your defense is as good as Mike Barnes. Click on the link in the description to get a NordVPN 2-year plan with a huge discount. Here's why you need to secure yourself with NordVPN. You can use it to unlock Netflix and your favorite entertainment websites that are not available here in the US. You can connect up to 6 connections at the same time with one account. There is no data logging whatsoever, and it works even in China. If you're out and about and using public Wi-Fi networks in places such as airports and coffee shops, NordVPN will protect you with double data encryption for increased anonymity. Think of it as the drum technique. Best block is to not be there. NordVPN works with Windows, Mac OS, Linux, iOS, and Android, has a Chrome extension which is very user-friendly, and unlimited bandwidth. If you're not happy with it, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. NordVPN also won the the Best VPN Award and Best VPN Awards for 2020 by one of the most trusted experts, VPN Mentor. It's also the only VPN to get all the green checks on PC Mag. So what are you waiting for? Use the link in the description to get yourself secured with NordVPN. Shout out to NordVPN for giving me the opportunity to be an affiliate. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you prefer Karate Kid 3 or Next Karate Kid? If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing, liking the video, commenting, and sharing it with your friends, as these all help my channel grow. Also, if you want to support my channel directly, become an exclusive member for as low as 99 cents, with perks such as a VIP Discord, your name in the credits of the video, members only live streams and chats, and more. Thanks for watching, stay beautiful, stay awesome, and we'll catch you around next time.